All right, everybody, we're out here at Vee Hollow in Townsend, Tennessee. Came up here for a one-day trip for racing. We're doing 4 stages today. First stage, we decided to climb all the way to the top. It's about a 2-mile climb just to get warmed up. The trails kind of look like URE in North Carolina, if any of you guys have ever been there. On the climb up, it looks somewhat like that. So we're gonna get these 4 stages going, have some fun.
Alright, so going into this section, it's pretty narrow. I got pretty wide bars at 810 millimeters, so it makes things a little tight.
Ooh, very narrow. All right, very narrow through here. Got really wide bars. I think I'm gonna cut them down some next time, but it's gonna rip it. Smooth is fast. Fast is smooth.
Alright, coming through this section, I don't know if I told you guys this at the beginning of the video, but I am going through all of this blind. This is our first time at Vee Hollow. Not a whole lot of pedaling involved in this stage, pretty nice and flowy. If you've done anything around North Carolina, it's a lot like URE. Trails around here, sandy, URE. Single track, natural type stuff. Very flowy, not too crazy.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Rock section. Ryder.
Right around that corner. Go, go, go. You're good. You're good.
That was fun. Thank you.
Alright, so this is going into stage 2. This one was pretty fun as well. Like I said earlier in the video, this was our first time out here. So there's a few spots where I could have done a lot better. Speed was a factor just because I didn't know what was up around the corner or over the next hump. Things like that. A lot of these things I think I could have dropped quite a few seconds off just by knowing the trail. You definitely are an advantage as a local hitting some of this. I didn't get to pre-ride any of the race trail on this one. We got into town a little too late. But going into this one, it's pretty flowy. Nothing crazy. It's not too rocky. There's one little section right at the bottom where there's a little bit of water.
Alright, this is stage
And it makes the rocks
something.
a little slick, but it's slick right at the finish line. They were really good about putting that one right at the finish
Stage
for us.
2.
This is probably one of the first places that I've seen more spectators actually too, because they're up the trail a little bit, trying to get a good view. Going through this section right here, it's not super tight. As you can see, it's pretty wide. The berms going down, the berms are super smooth. Definitely would be a nice thing to go back to make some adjustments on those, try and hit them a little bit faster.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. That was pretty good, dude. That was fatiguing.
Yeah.
You really didn't have to pedal a whole lot either.
No, it was so
You could
floaty.
pump through everything.
Yeah.
That last little section, I hit 2 rocks that were like this, and my tire said poop.
Uh-huh. It was sketchy through the bottom section.
Yeah, a little loose.
Alright, so going into this trail, This one actually ended up being one of my favorite trails. This was stage 3. I accidentally didn't realize I wasn't recording whenever I went to do stage 4, so I don't have a recording of that one at all. But going into this last stage of the race, this one was pretty fast, up and down. There's a couple spots that some of the locals kindly told us the cheat code basically for some of the turns to save us some time. This one went by pretty quick. It was one of the shorter stages, so enjoy.